Good evening, y'all. Duckmeister here from Japan on the evening of my first day. It's after 9 o'clock, so I've got to keep my voice down. Apologies for the low viewing angle. You know what, I'm going to call it a double chin angle. I'm so tired. Alright, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the last couple of days. So Saturday, got up at 8, finished all the prep work, got everything done.
Yeah, there may be a frog in the toilet.
Yeah, do you want to lift up the lid? You see it? I don't think you can see it.
No.
Oh, it just went away.
No.
I headed off to the airport, got there with plenty of time. Yep, got on the plane, went through Singapore. Arrived around 9:30 Singapore time, something like that. And the next flight departed at 1:20 in the morning, the Sunday morning, Singapore time. Yeah, basically walked from one end of the terminal to the other. And if you take your time and don't use travelers, that takes you a solid half hour. Changi International Airport is massive, it's insane, it's beautiful, high-end. They have a butterfly garden, they have multiple playgrounds for kids, they have a koi pond. Of course, when I was there, the butterflies were asleep because it was like 10 p.m. and most sensible people are asleep by that time. I'm not sensible, I usually go to bed at like 1, 2 o'clock. Sometimes 7. And the koi were also asleep. They were massive, they were longer than my forearm. But that, and beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And it's just fantastic. Singapore Airlines is also brilliant. They have food that I always enjoy. You know my favorite part? The little bread rolls with the butter at the end. Oh, and if you get dinner, lunch or dinner, you can get a glass of wine and you also get ice cream. And you know the kind of ice cream we got? Connoisseur. It was a mini Connoisseur Magnum ice cream, but still. It had bits of caramel in it and it had nuts in the chocolate coating on the outside, which is beautiful. I felt like luxury, even though I was flying economy and I was cramped as shit because I am tall and I'm also a wrinkle butt. But I had an aisle seat, thankfully, so I could stretch out into the aisle a little bit. So I've discovered my cutoff point for tolerable flight time, and that's at around 6 hours. So by the time I got on the flight to Fukuoka, I was pretty damn tired. And I'm like, alright, hopefully, I don't normally sleep well on planes, so I'm like, hopefully I'll just be able to drift off and have some energy for Sunday, which is today. It's like, it's 9:30 p.m. exactly. And yeah, that didn't happen. And I got maybe 2 hours of sleep total. They woke us up when we were 2 hours 15 minutes out of Fukuoka, which was about 6 a.m. And then they gave us food and more food. It's like a breakfast. It was pretty delicious. It was potatoes with eggs and bacon. Fantastic. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. We finally arrived. I stepped out of the plane and like, freaking cold! Got my way through customs and immigration, got my residence card. I did a bit of a walkthrough. Did a bit of an apartment tour. It's really an apartment. It's like one room, which I'll cut in here somewhere, cut paste. Alrighty, so I finally got to my apartment and I will jump straight to it. I'll give you a little tour. Alrighty, this is my entrance, my little genkan. So that's where I come from. Don't know if you can hear the wind whistling outside. It's quite intense. These are little slippers that you get when you walk in. Here's my little shoe cupboard with shoes, surprisingly. And right here, this door here is my tiny bathroom. It's got everything it needs, but if I bring this up to my face level, I have to actually literally get down to the mirror's level. Got my towel hanging here for now. Shower, sink. Now I was hoping to finally be able to use this thing to wash hands like I've seen in so many other videos, but come on. Just one appears to be a little broken. It's coming out of the wrong end. So that's a shame. Moving on. This is the rest of the room. That is literally it. Tiny desk. That chair was folded up and behind here. And this is obviously where all the minutiae goes. Kettle, which actually lights up with a very soft purple light when it's not in use and it's plugged into the power, which is pretty cool. Picked up my little $20 router. They give you $10 back, or I should say 2,000 yen router, and they give you 1,000 yen back if you give it back when you leave. All my little stuff. The bed. Dun dun dun. I was snuggling under this thing earlier because I didn't want to dirty my sheets and I was too lazy to shower. My hot water bottle, it's something like 12 degrees in Fukuoka in general. Here is the tiny desk. Got my laptop set up already. Clothes. Managed to tuck my suitcase in there. It fits perfectly. Heater, lifesaver, tiny balcony. I've also got a corner view at the other side. You can see there's the thing. There's an emergency exit. I don't know if you can hear the wind whistling. Also, this is fun. I've got a tiny little no-fly screen. And the lock doesn't work. Good to know. This one does, thankfully. And it opens both ways. The screen door does open, but it is a complete pain in the buttocks to do that. So if I think if I want to go outside, I will probably shimmy my way out through here. I should probably take my slippers off. And it is currently, oh god, is that snow or hail? Okay, they're just really fat raindrops. And there was a flash of lightning. And this right outside my room. It's wonderful. But this is my view. Earlier over that way I could see mountains. That was thunder. That was fucking thunder. I was gonna head out, but no. I'm staying right here. Looks like it's about to about to start raining cats and dogs. I did hear it rain earlier and then it calmed down. It stopped and now obviously it's about to pick up. There is a hang on. There is a cherry blossom festival going on right now. It's around the ruins of Fukuoka Castle. I was waiting, I just couldn't wait to check it out. Tonight I was going to bring my little camera and my Yocam and just, you know, get it to take a photo every 30 seconds as I walk around and gonna check out the food stalls, the yatai. But I don't think I should head. I don't even have an umbrella. So got there, spent another 10 minutes when I got to the station trying to figure out the correct way to get to the dormitory, because even though I had a map from the dormitory and I was comparing it to the map that they had at the station of the local area, I just couldn't make it marry up. And while I was trying to do that, the train came past. It blasted through the station, horns blaring, and then stopped maybe 30 meters down the track where I could see it, and it just stopped there. And a couple of the station employees, they came out, they're like, what's going on? They were on the phone. I don't know what happened, if someone tried to jump on the tracks or if there was a cat. I have no idea. Eventually the train moved on and I figured out where I needed to go, and I almost went the wrong way. But I got there. And then I'm like, you know what? The weather's cleared up. I'm gonna head out. And was able to purchase a voice and data SIM for 3 gigs per month for like 24 bucks, which is pretty decent. I was paying 26 back home. Walked out, connected to the internet. It's not the fastest internet, but it is internet. Then I headed off to Fukuoka Castle. There were buses, but I decided to walk because I have a little tubby. Got there, found the cherry blossoms. Beautiful sunset was already underway. Walked up and down the stalls around the base of the castle. That's pretty much all that's left, although it's pretty huge. Grabbed okonomiyaki. It had egg and noodles and the usual cabbage and the okonomiyaki sauce and all the other things, and it was pretty good. I think there was some meat in there too. Might have been bacon. It was delicious. It's like the best bit. Then decided to call it a night. It was almost 8 p.m. Headed back. And now for a nice quiet walk back to Tenjin Station. About 15-20 minutes. I think this is a main road too. I'll tell you something. Fukuoka nothing like Tokyo. It's much quieter. I love it. It was great, and eventually I found my way back to Tenjin Station, discovered why it was so quiet on the streets, because everyone just freaking hovers around Tenjin Station. Apparently that's the nightlife. I'm gonna guess it's a lot more crowded Friday, Saturday nights. Got back to my dorm, to this room ready to thwomp, and I realized I'd forgotten to buy hand soap. No. Grabbed my stuff, headed out. Needed some help from the shop assistant because when you don't know or read the language well, buying hand soap becomes a challenge. And he was able to help me out. I got my hand soap. I will show you. Apparently this stuff is good for your skin. Alrighty, so this is what I bought. That's this just says kirei kirei, which is pretty, or clean, depending on context. And this could be both. I don't know the top sentence, but this is something about hand and skin and protect. I think. Mamoru? Oh, also this is the thing I got from Bic Camera. Isn't that cute? Just... I decided, you know, it being cherry blossom season and all, I treat myself to a little something. Also because I just arrived in Japan and I was looking at this one. Nihonshu in the convenience store that I walked past, and the guy saw me looking for a while and he came up to me and he's like, Nihonshu desu ka? Which just means Japanese sake. And I said yes, and he recommended this, so like sake in a can. It is that big, that tiny. So I'm going to try that too. And because it was still early when I had the okonomiyaki, I also bought myself a little onigiri. I will eat that soon, but right now I think first I'm going to have a shower and clean myself up. I probably tell I haven't even done my hair. It's cold and windy and it's been blown about, and I've been putting my hood up, which is too big, and taking it off again. And yeah, that messes it up a bit. And I've been constantly doing this because I don't like having hair on my neck. Go figure. But I still love it. It's so warm and snuggly and light. It keeps the wind out, and it's apparently also water resistant or waterproof. And yeah, that's just about it. Those are my first 2 days. Bye for now.